Hello, Yankees Nation! Welcome back to your go-to channel for everything New York Yankees. We've got some jam-packed updates for you today, and trust me, you don't want to miss these. Just a few hours ago, some major news surfaced that could have a huge impact on the Yankees season, and we're here to break it all down for you. So if you're a true Yankees fan and want to stay in the loop, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. That way, you'll never miss an update on our Bronx Bombers. All right, let's get right into it. Update 1. Cardinals edge. Yankees in close spring training battle. What went wrong for New York? Spring training is all about preparation, working out the kinks, and setting the tone for the season. But for the Yankees, their recent game against the St. Louis Cardinals was a wake-up call. The final score? Cardinals 6, Yankees 5. A close game, but the real story goes beyond the numbers. Let's start with the standout moment of the game. Nolan Gorman. Yankees pitchers had a tough time keeping him quiet, and after a sluggish start to the spring, Gorman finally broke through. Coming into the game, he was just 1 for 16 at the plate. But tonight, he launched his first home run of spring training and added a crucial double to his stat line. Talk about a turnaround. But Gorman wasn't the only one causing problems for the Yankees. The Cardinals turned the game into their own personal home run derby. They sent 4 balls over the fence, with Cesar Prieto's 8th inning bomb being the dagger. That home run broke a 5-5 tie and sealed the Yankees' fate. What went wrong for the Yankees' side of things? While the offense did show flashes of potential, there were some glaring issues. The biggest? Missed opportunities. The Yankees had 6 chances with runners in scoring position, and they went hitless. That's a huge problem. No matter how many runs you score early in the game, failing to capitalize on key moments will cost you wins. Then there's the pitching. Andre Pallante had a forgettable outing, giving up 8 hits and 4 runs in just 4 innings. And those 4 runs? They all came from 2 two-run homers. Giving up the long ball is always a concern, but especially in a game where every run mattered. However, it wasn't all bad for the Yankees. Let's talk about the bright spots. Defensively, Victor Scott II showed off his cannon of an arm with 2 outfield assists. He helped cut down a runner at the plate and threw out another, trying to stretch a single into a double. Plays like that remind us why defense is just as important as offense. And while Pallante struggled, Chris Roycroft was the complete opposite. Pitching for the Cardinals, Roycroft was absolutely dominant, striking out the side in the 9th inning to secure the win. In 5 innings this spring, he hasn't allowed a single run. Should Yankees fans be concerned? So, what does this game tell us? Well, it's still just spring training, so there's no need to panic. But there are some areas the Yankees need to clean up, fast. 1, they need to capitalize with runners in scoring position. You can't win games if you keep leaving guys stranded on base. 2, the rotation needs consistency. We saw some struggles today, and with the regular season approaching, the Yankees will need to tighten up their pitching staff. And 3, depth is going to matter this season. We saw some good plays, but also some weaknesses. The Yankees roster will need some adjustments if they want to compete at the highest level. But speaking of adjustments, there's a major question mark surrounding the Yankees rotation. And that brings us to our second big update of the day. One that could shake things up in the Bronx in a big way. Update 2. Yankees linked to $15 million pitcher to replace injured ace Gerrit Cole. Yankees fans, this is not the kind of news you want to hear just weeks before opening day. It was already a tough blow when Luis Gil went down with an injury, leaving a hole in the rotation. But now the situation could be far more serious. Gerrit Cole, the ace of the staff and the anchor of the Yankees' pitching rotation, is undergoing further testing on his elbow. And the early reports are raising concerns that he could be out for an extended period. Losing Cole, even for a few weeks, is a massive setback. He has been the rock of this pitching staff, the go-to guy in must-win situations, and the player the Yankees rely on to set the tone every 5th day. Without him, the rotation suddenly looks vulnerable. If the worst-case scenario happens, and Cole is sidelined for a significant stretch, the Yankees will have no choice but to go shopping for reinforcements. That's where the latest reports come in. According to multiple sources, the Yankees have been linked to right-handed pitcher Erick Fedde as a potential replacement. Fedde, who rebuilt his career overseas in Korea, made a strong return to Major League Baseball last season, proving that he can be a reliable and effective arm. In 177 innings of work, he posted an impressive earned run average plus of 126 and delivered a wins above replacement of 5.6. Those numbers are solid, and they suggest that Fedde could be a stabilizing force in the Yankees' rotation while Cole recovers. What makes Fedde even more attractive as an option is his contract situation. He is set to earn only $7.5 million this season before hitting free agency in 2026. That makes him a low-risk, high-reward option for the Yankees. Unlike other star pitchers available on the market such as Luis Castillo or Dylan Cease, Fedde wouldn't require a long-term commitment. The Yankees could bring him in as a rental for the season, allowing them to patch up the rotation without making a franchise-altering decision. But while Fedde fits the Yankees' needs on paper, the question remains, what would it take to get him? The St. Louis Cardinals currently hold his contract, and while they have been discussing a roster reset all offseason, they have yet to make any major moves. Trading Fedde would be a clear sign that they are serious about restructuring their team, and it is likely that they would want some promising young talent in return. Fortunately for the Yankees, acquiring Fedde likely wouldn't require them to give up any of their top prospects. A reasonable trade package could get the deal done without sacrificing the future. The Yankees' front office now faces a critical decision. Do they pull the trigger and make a move for Fedde, or do they hold off and hope that Cole's injury is not as severe as feared? On one hand, Fedde provides immediate help, bringing a stable arm into the rotation at a time when the team desperately needs it. On the other hand, trading for a pitcher now could prove unnecessary if Cole's diagnosis is more optimistic than expected. This is the kind of moment that defines a season. If the Yankees wait too long and Cole's injury turns out to be worse than expected, they could find themselves scrambling for pitching help when the best options are already off the table. But if they act too soon, they risk making a move that they might not need. It's a delicate balance, and Yankees fans can only hope that the front office makes the right call. With all eyes on Cole's upcoming test results, the Yankees are at a crossroads. This next move could determine whether they stay competitive in the American League or find themselves playing catch-up before the season even starts. But while the Yankees are focused on their rotation issues, there's another major story developing, one that involves a former Yankee whose future is still uncertain. Could we see an unexpected reunion in the Bronx? Keep watching, because this next update is something you won't want to miss. Update 3. Could Alex Verdugo make a shocking return to the Yankees? In baseball, careers take unexpected turns all the time. One moment, a player is part of a team's future plans, and the next, they're shipped off to a new destination. That was the case with Alex Verdugo. When the Yankees brought him in, the hope was that he would be a key contributor in the outfield, providing solid defense and a reliable left-handed bat. That should have been the end of the story. Yet, here we are, months later, and Verdugo is still a free agent, waiting for the right opportunity. And now? There's speculation that a return to the Yankees might not be out of the question. Why is Verdugo still available? Verdugo's free agent market has been strangely quiet. Normally, a player with his skill set, a reliable bat with a solid defensive presence, would have been signed by now. But for some reason, teams have been hesitant. The Pittsburgh Pirates reportedly offered him an $8 million contract, but Verdugo turned it down. That raises the question, why? Is he holding out for a bigger payday? Possibly. Is he looking for a better fit? Maybe. Or is he waiting for a specific team to come calling? That's where things get interesting. There have been whispers that Verdugo might prefer to play for a team with playoff aspirations. If that's the case, it would make sense that he's passing on mid-level teams like the Pirates and waiting for a contender to make him an offer. Should the Yankees consider bringing Verdugo back? But there's one big factor that could change everything: Giancarlo Stanton's injury. Stanton is currently dealing with tennis elbow, and while the Yankees are hoping it won't be a long-term issue, it does leave a hole in their lineup. That's where Verdugo could come in. He's familiar with the team, he knows what it takes to play in New York, and he could provide a short-term solution while Stanton recovers. Would it be a perfect fit? Not necessarily. The Yankees front office might be hesitant to bring Verdugo back, especially considering the questions about his attitude and clubhouse presence. But at the end of the day, talent wins out. And there's no denying that Verdugo can still hit. His left-hand bat plays well in Yankee Stadium, and if he's willing to sign a short-term prove-it deal, the risk would be minimal. If he performs well, it's a win-win for both sides. If he struggles, the Yankees can simply move on. What's next for Verdugo? Right now, it's a waiting game. The Astros and Angels have reportedly shown interest, but no deal has materialized. The Yankees haven't made a move yet, but if they decide they need extra outfield depth, Verdugo could be an option. This could be a case of a player betting on himself, waiting for the right opportunity rather than settling for the first deal that comes his way. Or it could be a sign that teams are hesitant to bring him into their clubhouse. Either way, his situation is one of the most fascinating storylines to follow as the season approaches. So, Yankees fans, what do you think? Should the team give Verdugo another shot? Or should they move on and look elsewhere? Let us know in the comments below. And that's a wrap for today's updates, Yankees Nation. We covered a tough spring training loss, a potential blockbuster trade for Erick Fedde, and the mystery surrounding Alex Verdugo's future. The Yankees have some big decisions ahead, and these next few weeks will be crucial for shaping the team's roster before opening day. If you enjoyed this update, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss breaking news about the Bronx Bombers. We'll be keeping a close eye on all these developing stories, so stay tuned for more updates. Until next time, go Yankees!